So, Battlefield Best Weapons series continues, this time with light machine guns. I'm going to go through my favourites and my two best. Firstly, this gun, the QBB, is most definitely not one of them. I was just looking for a reason to use this clip because I like it. Machine guns though, the ultimate noob weapon in Battlefield. Even the noob from Battlefield Friends plays as the support class. Pro tip, even though I'm far from pro, next time you play support, bear in mind that the guy who's asked for ammo 12 times in chat, that starts jumping in front of you and shooting you with his pistol, and waving his knife in your face, probably needs an ammo box, so get throwing. It's 3 points. Don't be like that greedy kid at primary school with a bag of sweets. It's a team game. It's how I got to level 140. True story. Machine guns though, again, I'll try not to go into a rant mode this time. They're not actually noob weapons at all, and some of them can take considerable skill to use. However, due to bullet capacity, you can often miss your shots and get away with it. So I understand the draw of LMGs for any players with the thumb dexterity of a spoon. My favourite LMGs, there's a few that I like to use and two that I love to use. On the list of the ones that I like are the AWS, the LSAT, the MG4, the PKP, the M240 Bravo, the Type 88 and oddly the RPK. I've picked my two favourites for the video, and the first of the favourites is the M240 Bravo. It's a hard hitting machine gun and sits on the higher LMG damage model with a maximum damage of 33, which then drops off to 25 at 75 metres. It shoots 650 rounds per minute with a muzzle speed of 610 metres per second, so it doesn't take too long for your bullets to get there. It's got 100 in the box, which is more than enough for me. However, if you are the noob from Battlefield Friends, then you're probably best off picking one with 200 in the box. You still won't hit anything, but you'll feel like you've worked hard. Keep spraying, bro. Keep spraying. M240B is average to high on recoil, and like most LMGs, suffers a hefty bullet spread. I tend to run the gun with the potato grip and compensator to remove some of its spread under sustained fire and to reduce a bit of its side to side recoil, as that is the hardest type of recoil to control on a gamepad. I'll tap fire this gun or use really short bursts to keep it on target and help stay on top of the vertical recoil as well. I love this gun, and if you get it right and get good with it, you're likely to agree with me. It's more difficult to use than a lot of the other LMGs, but with its power, when you are accurate, it drops people hard. The PKP, I would say, is its closest rival. I actually believe the PKP has better stats, but for God only knows what reason, I do better with the M240 Bravo. I never bother with the laser sights. I tend to use that slot empty with LMGs. For me, laser sights are just a beacon through the smoke for people to shoot at, and the boost to hip fire you get from it makes it from being very, 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 very bad, that's 5 verys, to very, 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 very bad, 4 verys. So not really much point. It's still quite bad. Never put an LMG laser on an LMG. It's just a complete waste of time. Hip fire still sucks, and everybody can see you. I tend to use the gun on more open maps. It stands out for me at medium and long range engagements. Although it's no wimp up close, if you can get the jump on someone or you can pick out your headshots, you can still drop people in close quarters relatively easily. I've had a lot of success with this gun, and I'm sure I'll have many more hours of enjoyment from it. As I said earlier, it's not the easiest LMG to use, but it is a very satisfying one when things go to plan. On to the next LMG, my favourite, the Beast, and possibly not just one of the best LMGs in the game, but in my opinion a contender for the best gun in the game. I am of course talking about the MG4. With a max damage of 24 that drops to 18 at 65 metres, it shoots 800 rounds a minute with a muzzle velocity of 620 metres per second. It's got 200 in the box, so you can spray to your heart's content. The MG4 has recoil, but it's almost all vertical, so it's easy to control. Of course, it also suffers from bullet spread under sustained fire, like all the other LMGs do. I tend to run this gun with the potato grip and the muzzle brake to eliminate some of the spread and to try and further tame any of its vertical climb. I'll often take off the muzzle brake in favour of a suppressor if the mood takes me, or if I'm on locker or metro and playing for a back rage. Again, no laser sight. Just don't make me start varying again. You've been warned. And yes, I am aware varying is not a real word. This gun is amazing. In my opinion, it's an assault rifle that you almost never need to reload. With 800 rounds a minute you can do some serious damage up close, and that's not to say you can't use it at range. It's good at any range. It's another go-to gun. However, unlike other go-to guns, the MG4 doesn't just do a bit of everything to a decent standard, it does everything to an excellent standard. I've used this gun so much in the past that I had to stop and find something else to use because I got so good with it I got bored of it. If you don't run support or haven't tried this gun or gave up trying to get the attachments, I advise you go pick it up again or start trying to use it. Get the attachments and try and set it up because it is one hell of a gun. Its natural competition would, in my opinion, be the AWS, which narrowly misses out on my top two. I think the recoil on the AWS is probably slightly less, however it's only got 100 in a mag, which is one of the big selling points of the MG4, that 200 round mag, 200 round, you know, it's quality. As a separate point, I know there's a new LMG coming at some point, not confirmed when, and it's on the CTE servers at the moment. It's the plucky old Brit, the LA86, and I can't wait to give this a try. A bit of patriotism. It's mag-fed, it won't have a massive ammo count, but it should be easy to handle. So it'll be more like an assault rifle, I suppose. Probably a bit like the RPK is now. That's all I'm going to talk about for now on LMGs. These are, of course, my opinions. Nobody has to agree, but those are the two I have the most success with. And until the next video, keep dropping those boxes, and have a good day.